Hey, what is poppin'? It's your boy Fizz, and I'm bringing guys the MPL Majors Season 7 Week 5 battle, and I am going up against Arashi, coach of the Groningen Noctowls. Probably pronounced that wrong, but you know what? It's unfortunate. But yeah, a little backstory to this game. This is actually going to be the second time we're going to be playing this season. We're going to be playing Arashi. If you didn't know, well, I guess you don't know, but I'm just going to give a brief summary of what happened before. So we played regularly for Week 5, like back a couple weeks ago. We played regularly, and I asked Greg, hey, is this first turn Mega Evolution? He said, no, you can Mega Evolve whenever you want. So in the game, I decided to forego Mega Evolving Gyarados the first turn that it was out. And Arashi told me during the game that, hey, it's not allowed, you have to Mega Evolve first turn. So we finished out the game, I won 4-0, but in the end, it was actually in the rule book that you are not allowed to Mega Evolve, or you're forced to Mega Evolve turn 1. So it was a bit of a misunderstanding between Greg and I and Arashi. So it was unfortunate. It was definitely my fault. I should have read the rules, but I really couldn't find the rules doc anywhere. It was hard to search for. But again, it was my fault, nobody else's fault. But Arashi decided, instead of giving me a forfeit loss, he decided to allow me to replay the game, which was, I'm really grateful for that, man. I'm really grateful for that, because I really don't want a battle to end up like that. So yeah, we're going to be replaying here against Arashi. That's why this video is so late, and it should be going up Sunday, I believe. A couple days later than it should be, so I apologize for that. And another quick announcement, if you didn't know, my DS is still broken. My 3DS, it just does not work, does not turn on, does not do anything. So yeah, we're going to be playing on Showdown for the next few weeks. I'm sincerely sorry for that. I really wanted to play Wi-Fi, but unfortunately I'm not able to do that. But unless I have Citra, we are able to play. So that's going to be the story of how the season is going to go. Again, apologies for that. But yeah, enough of those things out of the way. I'm just going to jump right into Rashi's team. He has the Mew, Z-Mew, Terrakion, Mega Beedrill, Diggersby, Rotom Wash, Gudra, Comfey, Torkoal, Shiftry, Togedemaru, and the Drifblim. So he has a pretty scary team. Like, he has a lot of very good offensive threats. Like Terrakion, Mega Beedrill, Diggersby are all very hard to switch into normally. But I happen to have really solid checks to those Pokemon, funnily enough. Like, I've never had an easier time prepping for like a Terrakion or Mega Beedrill in my life, quite honestly. But it's not like they're hard walls, but they're like really good checks. Like Hippowdon and Kofag, as you can see, I'm bringing both of them. They check all three of those mons really nicely. They serve as really nice defensive pivots in this matchup. So really grateful to have those mons on my team. So yeah, I really like that. And yeah, before I jump into my team as well, we decided that we are not going to be changing teams. We're bringing the exact same teams we brought from the first time we played. So no changes, nothing like that. I obviously didn't change anything because I'm not a snake and I don't want to be that guy. So everything you see I brought to the first game, and same thing on his end. So yeah, first off, I have my Choice Scarf Moldbreaker Excadrill. Scarf Moldbreaker EQ kind of like completely demolishes his team, man. Like, the only thing he really has, stop calling me, the only thing he really has that switches into an Earthquake is like a Mew, and his ground resists are going to be that Shiftry and that Drifblim, which are not going to be coming to this matchup. They're just not good Pokemon. So yeah, Scarf EQ looks completely free against his team. Don't really need anything else. Mew is the only thing I was able to switch in, so I can Toxic that thing or X's or whatever I decide to do. Those two are just like filler because I don't really need anything else. Iron Head is just in case like Comfey gets out of hand, but I'm just going to be spamming Earthquake. This is a fantastic win con late game once Mew has like rocks or toxic spikes on it, as you can see. So yeah, this is going to be really, really powerful in this matchup. And yeah, next Pokemon I have my Hippowdon. Hippowdon is very, very good here because it checks the Terrakion very nicely, also checks the Diggersby very nicely, and the Mega Beedrill. It checks all three of those Pokemon very nicely. So I'm obviously going to be getting chipped by those three Pokemon a lot. It's going to be tough for me to get a Slack off, if you will. So that's why I'm bringing two very FizzleTheHizzle Pokemon, and this is the first of that core. Rocks is there just because Mew, I want to be able to two-shot Mew with the Excadrill. So Rocks are going to be very useful for that. And just in general, just a lot of FizzleTheHizzle with the Helmet. Helmet seemed like the best item here, prevents U-turn spam from Mega Beedrill, makes him think carefully about what he clicks there. So really grateful for having Helmet on here. And yeah, just standard stuff, Toxic is toxic, you know. So yeah, just standard stuff here with this Moto here, just really nice FizzleTheHizzle wall. And the second half of my FizzleTheHizzle core is going to be that Kofag with the T-Spike, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, and Haze. T-Spikes look really good on his team. These two Pokemon are working really nicely together in order to chip down Mew. Mew doesn't appreciate T-Spikes and really helps with my Excadrill. Everything is for my Excadrill since it's such a reliable win con late game. So yeah, that's what Kofag is for. Shadow Ball for stab. Energy Ball is to hit the Terrakion and the Diggersby for super effective and pretty solid damage as well. 44 special attack. Ensures that I'm able to do a lot to those two Pokemon. So this can serve as a really nice check to those things. I obviously can't take a knockout from things like the Beedrill or the Diggersby, but they're going to be exchanging a lot of health in exchange for getting a knockoff on me. And I don't really care if my Kofag is shipped, because like I said, I brought an entire Hippowdon that can deal with those physically offensive Pokemon. So I'm not too worried about getting knocked off here in the matchup. So Lefty seemed really good. And yeah, Haze is really nice because Karskudra is something that crossed my mind. Comfy, of course, is AIDS. I really need to be prepared for that. So Haze is in general really good for that. And if he decides to bring like an offensive Mew set with setup, that's really useful for that. And I didn't really need an extra move. So yeah, it's going to be my Kofag. Works incredibly well with my Hippowdon here. And next up I have my 0-2 Tapu Lele. So Lele also bodies his entire team. Psychium Z doesn't really have switch-ins. His Psychic Resist is going to be that Mew, the Shiftry, and the Togedemaru. Shiftry and Togedemaru are not very good Pokemon, so again, I don't really expect them to really come. Mew, don't really think he's going to be switching in Mew on the Lele because he really needs that as healthy as possible in order to have a check to the Excadrill or a switch into the Excadrill, so he's going to have a lot of trouble dealing with my Lele here. Breaks incredibly well for my team. Psychium Z looks incredible, just honestly awesome. So honestly awesome. So yeah, Modest is really good just to get that extra power, and Calm Mind is good in case I want to like Calm Mind on a switch or something. But yeah, again, straightforward set. Modest is gonna be very spicy in this matchup. And next up, I have my Mega Gyarados Riptide here with the D-Dance, Crunch, EQ, and the Waterfall. This also bodies this team. Only thing that it doesn't really appreciate is the Comfy, but I Psychic Terrain, so can't use priority moves against me, which is oh so good. And yeah, +1. He doesn't really have many checks to this thing. Like Scarf Terrakion is definitely something that I anticipate. I don't know why I turned Australian there. But Scarf Terrakion covers my Gyarados at +1. Also covers my Scarf Excadrill, which he should realize that it bodies this team. So I really expect him to bring Scarf Terrakion, quite honestly. So yeah, either way, like +1 Gyarados bodies his entire team. Only thing it doesn't like really outright kill is a Goodra, but I can't die to like a Focus Blast or a T-Bolt, and I can get a huge chunk on that Goodra. So yeah, Gyarados and Lele are going to be phenomenal breakers in this matchup, just like always. They're going to be really good against this team. And next up, I have my Rotom here. So Rotom serves as a Rotom Wash switch-in. Like right now, my team don't really have any solid pivots to Rotom Wash, so this serves as a really nice pivot to that Rotom if he wants to go for a Volt Switch or a Water Stab move, or whatever he wants to go for, Toxic. I don't really care about that. And this also serves as a really nice pivot in this game. Like his only ground is going to be that Diggersby, and it's not going to be taking a Leaf Storm or a Will-O-Wisp if I wasn't like Choice Locked, so it's not going to be switching in on my Rotom. And Goodra is also the other resist, but if I can just Volt Switch out on it, go into my Lele, proceed to Psyshock that thing, because it does 1,000,000,000 to the Goodra, man, since I'm Modest. So that's really good for me. And yeah, just hits really hard as well. Defog is nice in case he sets up Toxic Spikes on my end. Could have ran Trick, but I really don't want to Specs Goodra running around trying to hit my team. So yeah, I feel like Defog is overall a safer bet. And in general, I really like my team. A lot of offense that he can't really prep for, and his offense is really well checked by my Hippo and my Kofag. So I honestly think I have the upper hand in the matchup, but you never know what will happen. Hopefully we can go have a better record in the league. And yeah, I'm just going to get connected with Arashi here and jump right into the battle. And we are here connected with Arashi. Good luck, have fun, of course. And again, this is going to be on Showdown. Apologies, no 3DS. Does not work at the moment. Very upset about that, but you know, we're gonna make it happen on Showdown, you know. And again, we decided to use the same teams that we brought in the first game, so I obviously expected all 6 of these to come, but I can't do anything about it since I'm not going to be changing anything on my team. That's what we agreed upon. But yeah, he decides to bring a team consisting of the Mega Beedrill, Terrakion, Torkoal, Mew, the Rotom Wash, and the Goodra. So honestly didn't know what he would lead. Rotom Wash or the Torkoal seemed very likely in my opinion. Rotom Wash could be very nice to catch my Hippowdon, setting up rocks, a nice counter lead. He can Hydro Pump or Volt Switch, whatever he wants to do. Torkoal is definitely possible. It can Solar Beam like my Hippowdon. It's slower, so it gets the sun up beforehand. But either way, I'm going to lead with my Hippowdon here just to get up rocks. It's very important for my team. But at the same time, I need to preserve health on the Hippowdon. But either way, I'm just going to get up rocks, and he goes for a Toxic here, so that's fine by me. As long as he doesn't go for the Solar Beam, that's honestly fine by me. But I go for the Earthquake, pop its Shuckle Berry, which is very interesting, as he goes for the spin right here, and he takes helmet damage. So right now he's in range of like a Gyarados Earthquake, and that's exactly what I'm going to go into. He's not going to like HP Electric or anything, but he does reveal a Solar Beam right here, which was good information for me to know. And right here I'm just going to Mega Evolve on the first turn, wink wink, and we are going to Earthquake and finish that Torkoal off. So no rocks on my side is going to be really good. At least I don't think Terrakion will have rocks. So I'm just going to go safely into my Kofag. No reason for me not to. Don't want to go into the Hippowdon yet because I want to use that as pivot to Terrakion better than Kofag. So he goes into Rotom Washer as I go into my Rotom Moat. No, he's going to stay in with the Rotom Wash, so I'm just going to Volt Switch out here, and does 10% to that thing, but that's going to be in range of a Psyshock from Lele because I'm modest. It's going to be hitting super hard, so he needs to pick a sack here basically as he goes into the Mew, and he doesn't reveal lefties, so that's very surprising to me as he goes for a Softball here, and this is a losing battle for him, so I'm just going to Calm Mind in front of him. He's not going to pivot into Beedrill like right there, so yeah, I kill it with Shadow Ball here, so this is a really, really good position for me. I'm up 6-4, I have a +1 Lele on my side, and right now he does not have any Excadrill switch-ins unless it's a Scarf Terrakion, which I do expect it to be because he let Mew go down so easily. So Terrakion I think will be very scarfed at this point, and I need a little more chip on the Goodra for Earthquake to kill from Excadrill. So this is a really good position for me to be in because Excadrill looks to be a phenomenal win con. My Psychic Terrain goes away, but I'm just going to go into my Kofag right here, get rid of its adaptability. Unfortunately, he gets a crit. Don't really think it matters. So right here, I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball. If he switches into the Goodra, which is his best response, I get 13% off on that thing. He didn't reveal to be lefty, so this is going to be even more in range of Excadrill. I make a dumb play, go into Lele. I really didn't think he'd go for Sludge Wave, but it definitely was there in my mind. He could predict a Lele on like the Dragon move, go for the Sludge Wave, catch my Lele. But my thought process was like even if he does Sludge Wave, Lele wasn't super necessary. It gets deaded. It dies to the Beedrill, Terrakion, and Rotom Wash. I have several checks to the Rotom Wash offensively, so it was kind of like a no drawback play for me, but he makes a really nice call and goes for the Sludge Wave there, so yeah. Right here, I'm just going to sack off my Mega Gyarados. I don't expect to outspeed, but I just want to get chip on this. But I actually crit the Earthquake, which kind of sucks, but my plan was just to go for the Earthquake, get damage off on it, put it in range of an Excadrill Earthquake. And the reason why I went for Earthquake is I didn't want to DD or Crunch on the Terrakion switching in, because if I obviously DD and he's Scarfed, I have to go into Kofag, and it loses me momentum, which is what I was worried about. So I go for the Earthquake there. It was a no drawback play for me, but unfortunately he gets crit, which really sucks. But either way, I'm just going to sack off my Gyarados here. He makes a drill run play, trying to catch my Excadrill on the switch in potentially. But right here, Excadrill's in. He has to pick one, and he goes into the Rotom Wash, so that thing dies. Right here, I expected him to go into the Terrakion, but he doesn't, so I don't think it's going to be Scarfed. But he lets his Beedrill go down, and I just take down his Beedrill and his Terrakion consecutively. And really surprised that was a Scarf Terrakion, quite honestly. I felt like that was a pretty good bring against me. But again, my Hippo and my Kofag really held down defensively the Terrakion from like winning with Scarf something. But yeah, Excadrill cleans up the game with 3 KOs in total, so that's really good for Excadrill, and we are going to be 2-3, I believe, at this point. And next week we go up against the Flying Bird, who is actually undefeated. He's 5-0 right now, so that's pretty spicy, and I definitely want to pick up a W to keep my playoff hopes alive. So again, GG to Arashi. Really sorry about all the misunderstanding with like the first turn Mega Evolution, stuff like that, but at least we got a game out of it, so yeah, that's gonna be it. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me, and like always, have a swell day. Peace.